Production has ceased. Outrageous!
Frye intends to endanger all of London at the hands of the mob.
Or perhaps he doesn't intend much of anything at all.
Thank
He's
you.
simply content to dice with our lives.
The asylum is shut up. Medical care throughout the city is in disarray. He cannot understand the consequences of his actions. The man is clearly an anarchist!
Gentlemen. This tea was brought to me from India. By a ship. And up from the harbor to a factory, where it was packaged and ferried by carriage to my door. Unpacked in the larder and brought upstairs to me. All by men and women who work for me. Who are indebted to me, Crawford Starrick. For their jobs, the time, the very lives they lead. They will work in my factories, and so too shall their children. And you come to me with talk of this Jacob Frye. This insignificant blemish who calls himself assassin? You disrespect the very city that works day and night so that we may drink this miracle, this tea.
I'm nearing the end of my research. Our beloved London shall not suffer such a bothersome fool for much longer.
And what of the sister I've heard of, Miss Frye?
Miss Frye shall be gutted. Soon enough. Delicious.
Sorry to interrupt, Initiate. Thought you'd like to know that Sean and Rebecca got away from Otzoberg. Berg runs a unit called Sigma Team. Violet DaCosta is his tech support. They've been hunting and killing assassins for a long time. Thank God you're all right.
Oh, tish tosh. It'll take more than a Templar super soldier to end the glorious saga of Sean Danger Hastings.
I was talking to Rebecca.
Right. Anyway, Berg's presence confirms it. The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that we can't go up against Sigma Team alone.
Leave that to me. In the meantime, keep a low profile. Let the Initiate continue to sync the data.
You may have not found a piece of Eden, but this material is invaluable. Look. It says the London assassins had found a shroud.
The Shroud of Eden is supposed to heal even the gravest injury. If the assassins had found something like this, surely Father would have known.
There must be something we're missing.
Something only we can see. These look like directions. Are you coming?
Fieldwork is not really my speciality.
We found a clue to a precursor object. Don't you want to follow it?
Put that way, one can hardly refuse. Do you know, I think this map may be taking us to the Kenway mansion.
Kenway? The pirate?
Master assassin and pirate, yes.
How much do you know about the Shroud of Eden?
It's said to heal the sick. Popular myth is that it brings people back from the dead, but the assassin records say that's not true. I've never heard of one being in London, though. Do you really think Edward Kenway could have found one?
He traveled extensively, so it's possible. But if he did, he kept it a closely guarded secret.
But if it's true, what a find it would be.
Indeed. I'm eager to find out myself. It's surprising you haven't already searched the Kenway house.
Edward's son, Hatham, joined the Templars. When he died, the house passed on to Hatham's sister.
I think this is it.
I think you're right. Look.
I'll be in the study. I don't want to be interrupted unless you have news of the lost notebook.
That makes getting in a challenge.
You still intend to enter?
If this is a Templar stronghold, it won't get any easier. Don't worry. We'll stay well away from Miss Lucy. Shall we? Can you check over there?
Of course.
You do not want to bother me today!
Another assassin artifact.
She's here! Have at you!
Something from Edward Kenway's time.
I don't even know what I'm looking for.
investigate that noise.
This should belong to the assassins.
I know you're there. There's no point hiding like a coward. Got the shivers up, have we? I could hear you panting from here.
Miss Thorne is quite the collector. That looks interesting.
Still nothing here. Same as last time.
I can't believe they've kept all of this. I wish Father could have seen this.
What are we looking for?
I'm not quite sure.
What are the Templars not seeing?
Something only we can.
Subtle, is it?
Clearly Kenway had a strong sense of spectacle.
This is incredible.
talented assassins. Bolt holes, vaults, a hidden key. This is it.
You say you heard music? There was no opening there before.
It's closing!
Yes, I can see that. Help me block it.
We need to find another way out.
You two, get Henrietta. Try to find if there's another exit.
An entire vault, filled with assassin history, left behind once again.
We'll just have to reclaim this one later, or find a better cache.
We? I thought you preferred to stay out of field work.
I was thinking more of you and your brother. I shall provide planning assistance from the train.
Jacob's off marauding. There is a vacancy. Should you desire to broaden your horizons?
We should alert the police, no?
Owning the railway wasn't enough. Now Starrick has bought an omnibus company as well. I suppose he wants to control the neighborhood's workers and keep them under his thumb.
Pearl Attaway is Starrick's competitor, is she? Perhaps it's time I went into business.
And Miss Frye, what are your plans?
I studied the history we recovered from the Kenway Mansion's hidden room. I'm off to a certain monument.
Oh, Jacob, Evie, it's you. Thank goodness.
Experimenting, are we, Alec?
Correct.
And looking a bit frazzled.
Nerves. It's those great oafs Starrick keeps sending round to coax me. He is offering a ridiculous amount of money.
Alec, you're not thinking of jumping ship, are you?
Never. I've been working on something in case they get too insistent. It's meant to stun an assailant, should the need arise.
Are you certain that it works?
But not as such. I've made 3 of them with varying degrees of acidity and whatnot. But one must be the right formula.
Let's find some Starrick lackeys to target then, shall we?
Speaking of Starrick, he is still transmitting false information.
We could simply destroy his transmitters.
His company's too well guarded. The bombs will help, but it would be awkward to produce bombs that potentially do not stun. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like opportunity has come knocking. Oh dear, they never looked so angry before.
Stand clear, Alec.
Let us instead play a little linguistic game with them. Take the bombs and climb onto the roof. When I say the name of a fruit, toss one near the thugs.
Right then.
Oh, wait, I nearly forgot. Slip these into your boots, and you will henceforth be immune to all voltaic discharge. I think. Hey, gentlemen. I would ask you in for tea, but I'm afraid I'm running rather late.
Enough of the niceties. We've come to smash your place up, ain't we, Bess?
You got one of them telly what's-its in here, ain't you? You've been reading messages from the Sterrick Company.
That is as untrue as the notion that the Sterrick Telegraph Company is emitting impartial information, sir.
Come again?
Your employer's promises are nothing but hot air, and his operations are about to turn pear-shaped.
What's going on about air and pears for?
Oh, I don't know, I feel rough.
Oh, that's disgusting! Oh! God, blimey!
Oh, kids, huh? Those playful young scars.
Listen up, Belle, or I'll thump you till your ears are ringing.
Oh, upon. Your wordplay delights me. And to think I worried you had the mental agility of a dollop of donkey's apples.
Find what you're after.
Apples?
I think he's trying to be funny.
Oh, you dropped a no one, Bill. You little sod.
Well, ain't me, Bez. Oh, God blimey, it's got me throat.
Oh, those rascals throwing stink bombs again. It happens all the time around here.
Right. Tell us where you keep that telly what's-it. I'll count to 3.
3? Well, let's see how far you get.
1.
Do you really think I would keep it here? Do you see a cable? A telegraph without a cable is about as useful as a bell without a clapper.
I'll give you a bleeding clapper.
Well, bless my boots, you're as purple as a plum.
A plum?
I feel all wobbly, Baz.
I've wanted to take you over
Bravo,
and feed you
Harry.
to me dogs.
Thanks to you, Jacob. Your mere presence gave me courage and resolve I never knew I had. I found myself rather witty too.
Well, make some more bombs and let's sort out Sterrick's propaganda machine, shall we?
Come on, we haven't got all day. The longer we can keep Starrick from spewing out false information, the more we can awaken the people with the truth about his operations.
Let's get to it then.
Would you believe my mother says there are still some wives in her street that swear by that soothing syrup? So I took it upon myself to tell her neighbours the truth about the obnoxious draft.
Good on you, Alan. But you can't go knocking on everyone's door.
No, I wasn't always welcome. It shows how false information can be as difficult to stamp out as fish-wise profanities at Billingsgate.
Or rats in the sewers.
But if we can eradicate a source that continually feeds such detrimental trash, then little by little the truth will take the upper hand and the sham will be flushed out.
Let's crack on then. Here we are.
We will have to get in without being detected, mind.
While I stun them, you sneak inside.
I shall destroy not one, but 3 parts of the transmitter. He'll be as good as dancing before a public toilet without a penny.
Come on, bloody Pegasus.
Anything of interest?
Just let me on. You want me
stir up no more trouble.
Sorry, just let me go.
I say, this is becoming rather perilous, to say the least.
Where the hell did that come
My dears, Jacob, Evie, thanks are once again in order for supporting what is most dear to me and to our cause, freedom of speech.
It's a blessing that you employ your genius for the common good, Alec.
However, I suggest you vacate your workshop.
No need. Not now you've given me sacks full of courage. And, besides, what with my little devices, I have all the protection I need. Should you find yourselves with a moment to spare, do drop by.
Ah.
Miss Frye, what a pleasant surprise.
Hello, Clara. I was just going to check on Lambeth since the asylum's closing. What brings you here?
The children in my care have been falling ill. Our usual tonics aren't working. I came to...
Are you certain you're feeling all right?
Of course, I am, miss.
Clara! Is there a doctor nearby?
Bring her inside. She simply collapsed.
Yes, she said the others took tonic, but it didn't work.
I should think not. Ever since Elliotson was murdered, the district has been overrun with counterfeit tonics. This one needs proper care. But without the appropriate medication, she and the others will quickly decline.
What do you need?
I need supplies. Plenty of them. And medicine. Some of the less common ingredients are being stolen and sold at auction.
I'd be happy to help.
Here's the list. Miss?
Frye. Evie Frye.
I'm Miss Nightingale. How do you do? Please hurry. We don't have much time.
There you go. Faster! Come on! it?
Giving these away at these prices.
You think these streets belong to you? Get over here!
Really, is money more important?
Please. I'll give you all the money I have.
Well, let me see what I can do.
This lot will nick anything.
How you doing, Evie?
Be on your guard.
Just let me up. Why'd I come over and teach you a lesson?
Move it! Come on! Come on! Yeah! Faster, come on! Move it! Come on! Easy, easy.
Looks like a mess is brewing. Won't someone help me? I won't let you do this.
You don't get a say.
Someone stop them! Ah! Come on!
Do your job.
Someone stop them! What you waiting for? All at once! Take a left flank!
I can't thank you enough. These supplies are meant for Miss Nightingale.
I'm here to collect them.
And they're already loaded on the cart. Please take them.
Giddy up!
You mean that cart?
Yes.
Of course it is.
Please be careful. Some of those items are fragile.
Yeah! Come on! Faster! Come on! Move it! Come on! Go on. Slowly now. There you are. Move it! Faster! Easy now. Come on. Whoa there.
You're back. And not a moment too soon. I hope you brought the medication I requested.
How is she?
She will recover.
Happens on Ellie, the children.
Thanks to you, we can distribute authentic medicine now.
But is that a permanent solution?
I will petition to have regulations put in place.
Lambeth is in your debt.
It takes a long time to change things. But I'm not going anywhere, Miss Frye.
would like to thank our esteemed guests
So the hints you found in the Kenway house lead to the monument.
for being here today.
What a wonderful use of your time following me around asking obvious questions.
Well, since Henry isn't here, I thought you might enjoy the company.
I don't require any company, and Mr. Green is following up on some leads of his own.
Oh yes, Mr. Green. That's a fascinating idea. Oh please, Mr. Green, come and take a look at this book and stand oh so close to me, Mr. Green.
I do not. Well, perhaps you have nothing better to do, but I'm busy protecting the assassins.
Are you really? What was it Father used to say?
Don't allow personal feelings to compromise the mission.
Precisely. Anyway, I'm off. If I find any more wild geese for you to chase, I'll be in touch.
Be ever more pleasant for your absence.
Legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished needs not be a fire hazard. We have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no need for all this disruption. Too many today live in what are little better than forests, in crowded conditions near open lanes, and with few methods of fire control. Will you please stop shouting? You are only people who have to be hurt if it is unsafe. Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new proposal will ensure that these slums will be replaced with better, safer housing, sanitation. What a racket! You sound like a bunch of children! You are being very ungrateful. Do you really want to keep living in fire traps?
Someone's waiting in here!
Well, we cannot continue this until you harm yourself.
This looks familiar.
Parliament and others for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that we have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no need for all this disruption. Too many today live in
Here now. Faster! Move it! Come on! Yeah! Come on! Come on! Faster! Move it! Come on! Yeah!
It's in the very top. The key to the vault, and the shroud.
Good day, Miss Frye. I'll take that.
You want the shroud to cement your own power. But what if you cannot control it?
And why do you want the shroud? Merely to keep the Templars from having it? How like an assassin. To hold the power of eternal life, and yet be too afraid to use it.
Eternal life. Is that what you think the shroud offers?
What I think is no longer your concern.
Coming with me? I have other plans.